Hey everyone, what in the world is going on in Texas? We're going to be talking about the 3 refinery fires we've had in the last 2 weeks just in Texas. There's a lot of things that are spontaneously combusting out there. This past couple weeks, it all seems to be in Texas. What is with that? Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and we do talk about some numbers, and we look at logistics and stuff like that, particularly food shortages, supply chain issues, things that the media either just doesn't really care about or they're just too corrupt to cover. Please hit that like button if you like this type of content. All right, so we had last 2 weeks ago, May 5th, so not quite 2 weeks ago, May 5th, the Shell PLC plant in Deer Park. It's a chemical refinery there. They process oil stuff. You know, there's this, where does it stop being a chemical plant and where is it a refinery? And it's basically all kind of muddled there together. They're taking oil products and turning it into rubber and plastic and all that kind of stuff like that. Well, they had a fire on May 5th. It's just outside Houston. And they had that fire that they thought they got it out, and then it restarted. And it took over 3 days to get the fire under control. So that just kind of gives you an idea how big of a issue that we're talking about there. Okay, I saw that, and it's just like, okay. But then Monday this week, a Marathon petroleum plant, petroleum refinery in Texas City, exploded, caught fire. There's a big smoke plume. They acknowledged late Tuesday, over a day after the whole incident, that the smoke that came up was highly toxic, and they should have warned the residents within the 1 mile radius to shelter in place and to not be breathing the air. A lot of the people in the immediate area were not aware of what was going on. There's an alert system that many of the residents have signed up for in the area to be alerted if something happens at the refinery there. No alerts went out. Big mess. One employee was killed, and they did get the fire under control, but that was the second one that went up in 2 weeks, and that was when my antenna started going up and started going, okay, this isn't good. That's why we posted it over on thepoplarreport.com. If you want to get news updates, the stuff that I cover on this channel, I can't cover it all, but the kind of stuff that I cover on this channel gets put up there. If you're familiar with the Drudge Report, it's just like the Drudge Report, just links to news articles that you can either just read the summary and kind of get a gist of what's going on in the world for the day. So you don't have to go to websites like Fox News. You don't have to go to websites like Drudge or even just like I do religiously check Zero Hedge like constantly throughout the day. I like Zero Hedge, but I don't like having to scroll through all of that. It's just it's hard to keep track. They put out so many articles, and a lot of it's really geeky financial stuff. So unless you're trading stock options and day trading or something like that, not all of it's really appropriate. And a lot of it is kind of opinion kind of content. There's a whole bunch of great news sources out there, but the kind of stuff that we talk about here that we find important here, I do have all that up on thepoplarreport.com. Great website, great resource. If you just have a few minutes to skim stuff, you can go to that. You can also pull that up while you're watching this channel and kind of scroll through that. If you can roll YouTube while you're scrolling, depending on how many devices you got. Anyway, so that's when that started kind of catch my attention there. But then just yesterday, I'm actually shooting at yesterday. So Valero West Refinery in Corpus Christi caught fire on Wednesday, so yesterday. No injuries, and they said that the smoke was not a threat or not a danger to people in the immediate area, but yet, you know, one-offs happen all the time, right? They happen all the time. But then two is a coincidence. Three sounds like a conspiracy. I'm not saying there's anything particularly linking them. I'm not saying that there's anything I can point to right away. I don't know if it's just, are we in that season when they're switching a lot of these refineries back on, or switching them off to go into maintenance, or are they doing more risky something, transitioning seasons? I don't know. But that's a lot of fires. That's a lot of fires. We do not get this many fires. Just the very fact that we haven't had any refinery fires anywhere else in the United States in this time period should clue us in right there. So is it a coincidence? Is this a foreign act against the United States? We had the big natural gas terminal spontaneously combust last year when we were exporting all that gas to Europe, who didn't want to buy it from the bear country next to them because of the whole conflict over there. And their pipeline blows up, and then suddenly our big natural gas terminal goes kablooey and nobody wants to talk about it. Well, things are spontaneously combusting over in bear country right now. Things are exploding. And that makes me a little bit sensitive to things catching fire and exploding in the United States, especially when the missiles that are being used to attack those type of facilities and the targeting information might be coming from us and our allies. So friends, I hope we don't have many more, and I hope that these are just coincidences, but I don't really believe in coincidences anymore. All right, folks, if you guys have further information about refineries or other things that have caught fire that I haven't noticed just yet, I want to make sure I keep getting them up on the website. If you have news articles that are shortages, issues with facilities, or they are large geopolitical things, don't be afraid to email them directly to me at poplarpreparedness@gmail.com. I am trying to struggle to kind of keep the website, thepoplarreport.com, updated as much as I possibly can. I'm going to be hopefully bringing on some help to keep that going. But if you guys want to unofficially help me by shooting me emails of things that are breaking, then that might be helpful. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if you guys overwhelm me with stuff that may not be able to get on there or not. But thanks so much for being a part of what we're doing here. We're trying to change the world here. If we can get a competitor to the Drudge Report, a conservative kind of prepper-ish news source out there that is focusing in on the hard news and getting it out to people, especially one that's not beholden to the mainstream media and such. I think that's important to have more of these channels, more of these websites out there. Our servers are on, one of the viewers of this channel is actually hosting the servers for the website, so no, they're not going to get taken down. We can say whatever we want over there. And we're going to try to stay focused on message, but there is about zero censorship on that channel, on that platform, the website. So that's great, and we're looking at becoming a little more censorship-free as best we can as we move forward. So if you found this video to be useful or helpful, you might want to check out another video from me right over here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.